Hello the internet, I'm Nick from EDH, and today I'm going to show you my EDH deck for Niv-Mizzet Dracogenius. Now, again, there's a lot of people at my local game store who play Commander, and I always got bored after Standard and whatnot in Draft, so I'm like, hey, let's start together an EDH deck. So this is what I did. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Obviously, the Commander is Niv-Mizzet. He was one of my favorite cards back in Ravnica in my counter burn control deck. So this is counter burn control with an awful mana base, and it's so bad you'll want to kill yourself. So 15 mountains. We have 13 islands. Makes that 28 basics, so you can't get Blood Moon. 1 Evolving Wilds, 1 Darksteel Citadel, 1 Unknown Shores, 1 Swiftwater Cliffs, and 1 is a Gilgate for 33 land. Now, sure, you are a control deck, you want to make a land drop every turn, but there's enough early action in the deck that can draw you into late game gas and land. And plus, Commander technically goes long, so you'll find your land eventually. So, but if you want to, you can play 36 land. I probably will play 36 land eventually. Creatures. 1 Vortex Elemental, because this guy can just block something and put them back on top of the library, so they can't do anything with it. And then you just counter it. You 1 Salvage Drone, because that way when this guy dies, you can draw and discard. 1 Triton Shore Stalker for the last 1-drop. This is just play turn 1, attack for 1 every turn. You know, I thought it would be funny. 2 drops. Dragon Hatchling. This thing blocks flyers like a boss. Just pump it a bunch of times. Deal 7. It does not have Defender. Neither does this guy. Sigil Starfish. 1 mana 0/3, or 2 mana 0/3, tap it to scry 1. Do this at the end of your opponent's turn, filter your draw, and it's a blocker. And like if it's going to die, you can block, tap, and scry, and then it dies, and you can get it back with some other cards in the deck. 1 Oculus, because when this guy dies, you draw a card. This is how you get to your late game. The 1 Omen Speaker, because scrying 2 is nice on a 1/3 body, because it can eat tokens. Eating tokens is good. The last 2 drops is Stratus Dancer. This is just counterspell. If you set it, they try and go for a powerful card, you're like, nope, denied. 3 drops, Chasm Skulker. This guy gets out of hand real fast. You can draw 10 plus cards in a turn to make this guy huge. Make it unblockable, trend sideways, and they have to kill it, and then you get a bunch of squids. Spreading Seas with this card is disgusting. 1 Niv-Mizzet Cyclops, because it's probably the best creature in the deck. And I just spent a probably 90-cent mythic. This is the best creature in the deck, probably. Every time you play it, it gets +3/+1 can attack. So play a burn spell 4/4, another burn spell 7/4. Just keeps going up and up and up and up in the food chain. My 1 copy of Niv-Mizzet Meddler, because if they point a burn spell at you, you put this into play, it becomes the target, and it's a 1/4, so oh, target. So like if they go, they say they go like Heroes Downfall your dragon, you can just like Heroes Downfall this. Yeah. 1 Zephyr Scribe. This lets you filter, and you can like untap it and tap it and then untap it and untap it again. So you can filter through your deck super fast with the Zephyr Scribe. The Phoenix, because you can just keep burning them and bringing it back to your hand and casting it. And then the last 3 drop is the Mind Sparker, because if your opponent's going to play blue or white things, they get struck for some damage. Oh, it doesn't trigger Phoenix. I was about to say that triggers Phoenix, but it doesn't. And then it's also got First Strike, so it can eat 2/2s. It can eat morphs. It can do a lot of stuff. So now we're getting into the late game of the deck. 1 Archaeomancer. This lets you buy back instant sorceries, and there's ways to bounce this to put it into your hand to play it again to play more instant sorceries. The 1 copy of Incubator Drone, because you need the Eldrazi sign to make mana. 1 Karu Spell Snatcher. You can play it face down as a morph. So like, you get to 6 mana, like counter it, give me it, I'll play it for free. Yeah. 1 Prognostic Sphinx, because this guy can end the game so fast. You can protect it by drawing a bunch of cards. It lets you filter your draws, and you know it's got flying. So 1 Air Servant and 1 Master of Predicaments. They're basically the same card. They're 4 power flyers. He can tap flyers. He can let you play stuff for free. Sure, double loot isn't as nice as 1 blue, but the thing is, 3 toughness, 4 toughness, so that's why I play both in the deck. 1 Jace's Mindseeker. It's a 4/4 flyer for 6, 4 blue blue. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent mills 5, you get to play one of their instant sorceries for free. So it's like, oh, I milled your Summer Bloom here, I'll play 3 lands for free, why not? 1 Shivan Dragon, 1 Sphinx of Boon, and 1 Tomocratus of the last creatures. These are really how you end the game. This can just pump up a bunch of times, kill your opponent. This is a Factor Fiction on a 5/6 flyer that you can bounce back into it again. And this just, you have to attack with it. Or you can just have an 8/8 and block. Unless Crackling Boom. In that case, you kind of cry, because that's the biggest creature in your deck. I have no idea how many creatures that was. I'm going to count that real fast. 24 creatures. So right now, we have 45 cards, or 44 cards left in the deck. 1 Ravaging Blaze, 1 Mindswipe, and 1 Condescend are my X instants. Lets you kill creatures and counter spells. This lets you scry, this deals damage, and this deals damage. So they're both they're all really, really good cards. Especially Condescend, because you can just cast it for 0 and scry 2. It's 1 blue, scry 2 at instant speed. 1 shock, kill elves and pack rats. Negate Disdainful Stroke, Horribly Awry, counterspell with 2 mana. These deal with Siege Rhino more than anything, and this is just to hit unfair cards. Like artifacts and shit. 1 Magma Jet, 1 Lightning Strike, 1 Skull Crack, and 1 Izzet Charm. This is like your burn. Like, these are like the best burn. Scry 2, this is really good. Just 3 damage. Bring this back, please. If you're not gonna reprint this, Wizards, give me my fucking Lightning Bolt. Skullcrack is Skullcrack, it stops unfair things with Sphinx's Revelation. And Izzet Charm is just there to get you through your early game and late game. It can just dig for your power spells. Dissolve and cancel or counter spells. Honestly, I wish this was a better counter spell, but you work with what you have. Dissolve needs to get reprinted. And then 1 Brimstone Volley, because you can kill a creature with a burn spell, play this and 5 damage on their Siege Rhino, and deal package on yourself. Yeah, if you can play Siege Rhino and Commander, it's shocking. 1 Steam Augury, opposite Factor Fiction, helps you get into your late game, and can give you cards. Well, you either get 2 good cards, you get 3 mediocre cards, either way you win. 1 Jason's Ingenuity to draw cards, 1 Aether's Vow to mute tokens. That propels you into your super late game. Thunderous Wrath, you can miracle this, or you can just pay 6 mana and 5 them for the last point. 1 Opportunity to draw a bunch of cards. The X sorceries are Creator's Clause and Devil's Play. Devil's Play, the fact that this flashback is disgusting. You can do it for 3, put it into your grave, and then do it for 2 next turn, or you can just stack up way a bunch of mana, and then you're like, okay, you're going to exile my graveyard, well, in response, I'm going to, hit you for this. Then Creator's Clause is disgusting because you have a lot of 4 power flyers. 1 Spike to kill creatures and scry. Divination to draw, active creatures, and then take your opponent's creature and kill them with it, or do it with their own commander. That's the best thing ever. Take their commander, attack, get the benefit. 1 Glimpse the Future, because this lets you get into your late game. Pull from the Deep gets back instants and sorceries out of your graveyard. Sure, this has to exile stuff, so you can't buy it back with Archaeomancer, but whatever. 1 Chandler's Ignition to deal with unfair things. Target your Niv-Mizzet and blow everything up. 1 Master of the Way, because it lets you draw a card, and it can either go to the face, which can bring back the Phoenix, or it can kill a very problematic creature. 1 Treasure Cruise, because why not? It says draw 3 cards, and it has Delve, so pretty perfect here. The only enchantment is Font of Fortunes to draw cards. You can do it in the late game, the early game, mid game, or late game, it doesn't matter. You can play this on turn 2, wait till turn 5, sack it, get your land drop, so you're fine. And then for my artifacts, I play 1 Briber's Purse, because you can play this for 5, you can play it for 1. Sure, once you remove a counter, you kinda just like, if it's on 1, there's no point. Really, if you play it for like 9 or 10, you can stabilize the board. 1 Elixir of Immortality to make sure you never deck yourself, because there are millbacks in Commander. 1 Darksteel Pendant, because it lets you scry. It's 1 mana tap. Look at the top card, on the top and bottom, so it's scry every turn. 1 Darksteel Ingot to ramp your mana. 1 Pyromancer's Goggles. This lets you add a red to your mana pool, and if that red is used for an instant sorcery, you can copy it. This giant block of instants and sorceries can be copied. Just copy Treasure Cruise, copy Juice's Ingenuity for nothing. And then the last card is Ugin's Nexus, because you can blow this up and get an extra turn. So anyway, guys, that was my Niv-Mizzet EDH Commander deck. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below and give me some suggestions to what I should throw in here. I would gladly love it. Also, I just want to throw this out as like a little update. I don't have standard decks anymore. I'm kind of sick of the format. I really hate it. I had a foil fetch land and it got stolen. I think I know who stole it, so I'm going to try and confront him and get it back. I sold my Flooded Strand. So really what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw together a Aristocrat deck, and I'm going to build it and see how it goes with FNM and roll with it. So I just thought I would update you guys a little bit and show you my really cool Niv-Mizzet deck that doesn't play infinite combos. Anyway, I'm Nick from Magic. Thank you guys for watching, and peace the fuck out. If I can hit the record button.